Good. A couple drops on the tabs. And spray it. Do the standoffs again. And see with this rudder, it's actually pushing it's bowing out a little bit. There's too much strain on it. So like the push rods, or like the control horns, I'll go ahead and press that in there just a little bit. Back it off so it makes a mark. And then just slit it so that it goes down inside there. So. And then take your time, make sure it's getting lined up nice. A little bit deeper. Want that push rod as straight as you can get it. You know, like I said, when it's neutral, a little bit of dip toward the fuse is okay though. You'd rather have a dip in than being pushed out. On the front one. And you can see my idea of allowing the push rod to be bowed in. Now as this servo moves in, you'll see how now it's bowed in, especially right here. And then it comes to where it's bowed out just a touch, and then it's bowed in just a touch. So it's always bowed, unless it's right about there. That's where it's straight. So it's a little bowed out, it's a little bowed in. That way you're not, you know, just kind of evens out the tension. So you have the most minimum amount of bind in these as possible. But everything's working now. Rudder's hooked in there good. We can take that tape off of there. Set that aside. Let's go ahead and get the bottom wing out now. We're going to set up the aileron servos right now. We're going to get these mounted on there. Then we'll take our little 2-inch push rods. We've already got one end of the Z-bends glued onto it. And we'll take our and put it in the first hole in from the outside on the Hi-Tech HS56 for the aileron. And that is 5/8 of an inch from the center. We're going to take our ruler and we're going to measure 1 3/4 inches out from the innermost part of the aileron, which is right in this little crux right there. We're going to measure 1 3/4 inches. So right from there is where we're going to start our measurement. It's, I think, 2 inches from the center of the wing, but anyway, 1 3/4 from the aileron. Measure out of both of them. This is where the horn's going to go. And grab a horn, have it with you. Lay the ruler down, put it down right on the 1 3/4. And now I want you to look at it from straight overhead and get that hole again right above the hinge line. So that's going to set the horn back, you know, about 1/4 of an inch, a little less, It's going to be 5 30-seconds back from the hinge line to where the horn starts. Anyway, just get the hole above the hinge line and then kind of give it a press, make a mark. Do that on both sides. And so on the bottom wing, remember the one without the pocket knife written on it. And just like we did with the elevator, we'll just take our knife, our sharp one, and poke it right down the center of that mark. Careful not to cut your hand on the other side. And just go ahead and give it a bit of a twist and open that guy up a little bit. And like I was saying earlier, where I like to push it through from the other side. Go ahead and do both of them. Again, double check them, making sure they're lined up above the hole above the hinge line. Nice, good straight up and down. The last check for fit. You can squeeze them around a little bit. Just like so. Then pull one out. Get your foam safe. Press it in, check the back side, make sure it didn't go through too far. It's good, then I put it like on all, put a bead on each side. Spray it. Wait a second. Flip it over. Cover the plywood a little bit with a little bit there. Spray it. And be careful laying it down because it can get stuck to the table quite easily there. Move it forward just a little bit. Make sure it's flush with the bottom. Holes right above the hinge line. Everything straight up and down. 1 bead, 2 bead. Spray it. Flip it over. A little bit there. Spray it. It's real important to make sure it's dry and there's no leftover glue when you lay it down. It gets stuck. You don't want to get stuck to the table. You might even want to take some of your bag material for lay it down on top of that just so it doesn't get stuck. Then we'll take our aileron servos, and they're going to be, again, leads are going to come out forward, and the horns will be on the outside. And again, make sure they're Siamesed from each other. In other words, you got one right one and one left one, so that the horns are coming out like such. Not quite straight there. Get the idea where both leads are coming out forward, and the horns are both on the outside. And we'll take our 2 Z-bend pieces and put them into the horn. There we go. We're going to take our heat shrink tubing. We're going to slide it up over the carbon. And then we're going to push the steel into there a little, bit. And everything looks like it's going to work.